I am making this video for the student of class 9 and I am teaching you geography. The very first lesson, India and its size and location. First, we would see the location of India. Location of India can be read under two headings. First, India is a vast country. India is a vast country which lies completely or entirely in the northern hemisphere in the southern Asia. But merely this can't say much about the location of this great country, that is India. To know something about its location, we'll have to see the longitudinal and latitudinal extent of the mainland of our country. So let's see. The mainland of the country extends between latitudes 8 degrees 4 minutes north and 37 degrees 6 minutes and that is north, and longitudes 68 degrees 7 minutes east and 97 degrees 25 minutes east. Let's see the size of India. The landmass of India has an area of 3.28 million square kilometers. Its total area accounts for about 2.4 of the total geographical area of the world. We can say undoubtedly that India is one of the biggest countries in the world in terms of area. It is said that India is neither pygmy nor giant. Why is this said for our country? India is neither pygmy or nor giant. It is because there are only 6 countries of the world which are bigger than our country, India. From this point of view, we can say that India is not the biggest country of the world. But at the same time, we must say that India is the 7th largest or biggest country in the world in terms of area. It means that there are many countries in the world which are smaller than our country in terms of area. This is why it is said that India is neither pygmy nor giant. I told you earlier that there are 6 countries in the world which are bigger than India. Let's see the country which are bigger than India in terms of area. These countries are Russia, with area 7.09 million square kilometers. The second country which are bigger than India is Canada, with its area 9.98 million square kilometers. Third one is the USA, with area 9.83 million square kilometers. Fourth one is China. With area 9.60 million square kilometers. Fifth one is Brazil, with area 8.51 million square kilometers. Sixth one is Australia with its area 7.69 million square kilometer. So students, these are the countries of the world which are bigger than India in terms of area. Let's see some new terms that may create problem for you. So before moving ahead through the lesson, I would like to explain these new terms. And the first one is standard meridian. Do you know what is standard meridian? Probably you were taught in your previous classes about this. But don't worry, I'm going to give the definition of this meridian. Let's see the definition. The meridian which passes through the middle of a country is known as the standard meridian. As the standard meridian of that country. I repeat, the meridian which passes through the middle of a country is known as the standard meridian of that country. And you are interested to know what is the standard meridian of our country. Don't worry, I am going to tell something about this. 82 degree. Meridian is known as the standard meridian of our country. This meridian passes through the through Mirzapur, a place of Allahabad of UP, and the time recorded on that meridian is considered as the standard meridian of our country, and the watches of our country follows the same time. Let's move to the another new term, which is standard meridian. A moment ago I told you standard time. What could be the standard time? Don't worry, I am going to remove your all confusion. Let's see the definition. The time recorded at the standard meridian of a country is known as the standard meridian of that country. A minute ago I told you that time recorded on 82 1 by 2 degree east passing through Mirzapur, a place of Allahabad in UP, is considered as standard meridian of our country, and the watches of our country follows the same time. मेरी ये वीडियो क्लास 10 की विद्यार्थियों के लिए है। जैसे कि आपको पता है कि मैंने एक वीडियो कल बनाया था, और उस वीडियो में मैं लिटरेचर में रस्किन बॉन्ड के द्वारा लिखा गया एक कहानी पढ़ाया था जिसका शीर्षक द थीव्स स्टोरी था। आई हैव टोल्ड यू द मेन थीम ऑफ दिस स्टोरी, which is very important. As I told you in my previous video that the theme or main point, main moral of the story is to teach you the victory of honesty and trust. We had seen that the narrator, which is a thief, trapped an innocent person named Anil. Finding him a little bit careless, finding him easygoing, kind-hearted, thief who introduced himself as Hari Singh, led his sneer of words with his gentle words and kind behavior. He began trapping Anil. Sometimes he compared him with a wrestler. Sometimes he told him that he was ready to work for him. And Anil replied that he had nothing to pay him, which put the narrator, that is thief, in confusion. And today we are going to read, or we are going through the next portion of the story. I thought over for a minute, perhaps I had misjudged my man. I asked, "Can you feed me? Can you cook?" "I can cook," I lied again. "If you can cook, then maybe I can feed you." He took me to his room over the Jumna sweet shop and told me I could sleep on the balcony. But the meal I cooked that night must have been terrible, because Anil gave it to a stray dog and told me to be off. But I just hang around, smiling in my most appealing way, and he couldn't help laughing. Later he patted me on the head and said, "Never mind." Here he would teach me to cook. He also taught me to write my name and said he would soon teach me to write whole sentences and to add numbers. I was grateful. I knew that once I could write like an educated man, there would be no limit to what I could achieve. It was quite pleasant working for Anil. I made the tea in the morning, then would take my time buying the day's supplies, usually making a profit of about ₹1 a day. I think he knew I made a little money this way, but he did not seem to mind. Now, see all the things in details. The reply of Anil that he can't pay him shook the narrator, that is Hari Singh. And he thought that probably he had misjudged his man. As he was not in position to pay him anything. So, the thief or Hari Singh didn't find good to work for Anil. Then he began thinking and asked if he could feed him, means if Anil could feed him. At this, Anil replied, if Hari Singh could cook and Hari Singh the thief lied that he could cook. And this Anil replied that if he could cook, then might he could feed him. He took the thief to his room over Jumna sweet shop and told him that he could sleep on the balcony. But the meal that Hari Singh or the thief had cooked that night must have been terrible, and Anil gave it to a stray dog. You can simply guess how the meal was cooked. Finding it not eatable, Anil decided to give it to a stray dog, and he told the thief to go away. But the thief had another plan, so he didn't move from there, just he hung around. Bearing a very attractive smile on his face, he kept standing there. Seeing his position or gesture, Anil couldn't help laughing. Later, Anil patted the thief on the head and said, not to worry. He began teaching him how to cook. He also taught him to write his name and said he would soon teach him to write the whole sentence and to add numbers. The thief, that is Hari Singh, was grateful because he knew that once he would be able to read and write like an educated man, there would be no limit to what he could achieve. The thief found pleasant working for Anil. He made the tea in the morning and then would take his time buying the day's supply, usually making. Not only this, the thief started making a profit of about ₹1 a day. He thought that Anil knew everything. That is, the thief made a little money that way, but it seemed that Anil didn't care all these things.
चालू बोलिए।
Thank you.